Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in, I think we're in Orinda, the town of Orinda. It's kind of, if you're familiar with the East Bay, it's kind of on the Highway 24 corridor, a little valley. There's like three cities, I think, Orinda, Moraga, and Lafayette. I'm in these, I don't know, Berkeley Hills, or I'm in this little corridor basically. There's a road that I saw on Google Maps, and I've said this many times. I find these fun roads, or at least I think they're fun roads, and I only determine if they're fun after I drive on it. But I find these roads just by going on Google Maps, Apple Maps, and just looking for windy roads. And there's a road in Orinda, or near Orinda at least. It's called Bear Creek Road. It looked pretty fun, or it looked windy. So we'll check it out. Here we are. We are in the RC350. I just cleaned the outside, inside. I did all of it myself, so I detailed the interior, the exterior, put on leather conditioner, everything, things like that. So the car is fresh. We'll do a quick little walk around and then we'll start driving because I'm parked in a school and I don't even know if I should even be here. Here is the car. I have done nothing to it. It is exactly the same. It's just clean and tire shine obviously on the side. But god damn, the car looks good, man. Atomic silver and gloss black. I think once I get the grille, the metal trim wrapped in gloss black, it's really gonna all come together. Dang, this car looks good. I gotta do a little photo shoot. Maybe I'll come back here and take some pictures. I made an Instagram, which I'll talk about in the car. You guys can follow me on the Instagram. But yeah, this is the car, all fresh and clean, looking good. Let's get started. All right. So, as I was saying, I made an Instagram. You may have noticed if you guys look at the description of my videos, I went back and added the Instagram handle on all of my old videos in the description. I mean, it's called Bay Area Drives. You can just search me up on Instagram. I don't know what I'm gonna post on there. I literally just made it because I had a few comments saying like, oh, like, do you have an Instagram? And I'm like, no. And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, I mean, I guess I can make an Instagram because I don't know. Some people are like, oh, you know, I would love to go like on a little cruise with you. Like maybe we can like, you know, plan something out. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Do like a little community drive or something. So I made an Instagram, Bay Area Drives. You can search it up. I mean, the link will be in the description. I'll start just copying and pasting it in there. But yeah, I have that. I don't really know what I'm gonna post, so I'm not a car photographer. Like if you go on Instagram car pages, right, they do like reels, they take a bunch of, you know, pictures, and I think I have 2 posts on the Instagram page. I've posted some things. I don't know if it's good quality. Like I'm not gonna make reels, okay? I don't have the I don't know, the creativity to make reels, like, you know, picking music and all that stuff. I don't think I can do that. So I am not gonna do that, make reels and like, you know, trendy music, things like that. I'll just post pictures of the car, maybe some stories. So yeah, if you want to follow my page, go ahead. Yeah, that's that. But anyways, we are in the town of Orinda, and I'm just gonna apologize. If you can see, I have my sunshade back there, so you may hear some squeaking and rattling. It's just my sunshade rubbing against the seat, so just apologies for that. I forgot to put it in the trunk before I started recording. But yep, we are in Orinda. I have never been here. I always drive past it. From what I understand of like Orinda, Moraga, Lafayette, these 3 cities, it's a very affluent area. You know, you're in the hills and whatnot. At least I think in the Bay Area demographically, the hills are where the affluent people are, and like sea level, or I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like, I guess below the hills, on the ground level, that's where like, you know, middle class people live, right? So I don't know, it's kind of funny. I know in some countries it's the opposite, like lower, or, you know, middle class people live in the hills, whereas the affluent people live on sea level, I guess, if you want to call it that. And I've never driven on this road, no experience, so we're gonna take it easy. We're not gonna push, just chill. I do want to go back to La Honda Road because I haven't driven on La Honda Road ever since I had the lowering springs and things like that installed. The reason being is because it's always so busy, and I usually record on the weekends. What I was thinking is maybe I'll take a day off from work one day and just go early morning, like on a weekday when hopefully it shouldn't be that busy. But yeah, that, and then Highway 9. I mean, that's such a famous road in the Bay Area. I still haven't done it, which is kind of sad. So I need to do that. will slow down for these bikers because I cannot see if it's safe to pass them. But yeah, I have not driven this car in about a week and a half. I actually washed it last Sunday, and the car's just been sitting in the garage. I just haven't had time to drive it. And I was actually joking with my dad. I'm like, yeah, you know, it's winter time. This car's a fair weather lady, or fair weather car, so it's just gonna start hibernating soon once the rainy season kicks in. But yeah. Alright, first impressions of Bear Creek Road. It's not narrow like all the other roads that I've picked, so for a big car like this, I feel a little bit more comfortable in the sense that I won't fall off a cliff. But I don't know, we'll see. I mean, the road just started, and I actually put the directions on my Apple Watch because there's a lot of turns you have to make. We are bouncing around like crazy. Jeez. See, there you go. If you want comfort, do not get the lowering springs. That section was a good example of what you'll face if you live in an area with terrible roads. Just go bounce, bounce, bounce. That's all you're gonna do. Now, the one thing I was thinking of getting installed on this car are underbody bracing. So TRD Japan, you know, I bought the door stabilizers, TRD door stabilizers. They also have underbody bracing for the RC. It's a Lexus Japan part. It's like $2,000. It's a lot of money. And obviously, with a lot of TRD Japan parts, there's not a lot of like research or like reviews on those parts, because most RC owners, like I guess I'm a weird owner in the sense that I'm like in my 20s and I bought an RC. I feel like most RC owners are like middle-aged, like, you know, they're up there, because, you know, this is more of a GT car, which is, again, okay, I'm getting distracted, but my friends call me an old man, so I guess it fits in. Anyways, I wonder if the underbody bracing will help with the floatiness of the car. Now, my main concern with underbody bracing is if the ride quality of the car will get even worse. So the ride quality is already not the greatest ever since I got the lowering spring installed. I don't really want to make it any worse than what it is right now. So I think I need to do some research on like, okay, like what does underbody bracing do just for cars in general? Does it stiffen up the chassis? Does it help with body roll? Things like that. I'm gonna do some research, and like, I don't know if there's any like track rats or people who track a lot. If, you know, maybe leave your experience in the comments. Like, what does underbody bracing do? Does it help out, or, you know, things like that? And again, apologies for the rattling or the squeaking from the sunshade. Yeah, that is, I guess, on my radar, but I'd say for the most part, I'm not gonna get any mods for the time being, just because I want to enjoy the car, like, you know, how it is right now. I've already, you know, done some things. Obviously, it's cosmetic, but I just want to, you know, leave the car alone. Let me enjoy it, and then once I get that itch again, maybe I'll tweak it. You know, either get the bracing, the exhaust, or, you know, something like that. Of course, right when the twisties come up, we're behind traffic. That's great. Oh, you turned. Perfect. This road reminds me of Skyline Boulevard. It's, I'd say, pretty high speed, and the corners aren't as tight or sharp. I'm getting the same vibes. So if you're into like high speed stuff, this could be a good road for you. Is that a deer? wow, it's a deer. Okay, this is random. I have a very soft spot for animals. I think I brought this up a while ago. I adopted a cat. And before I adopted that cat, we had a street cat. Or I mean, that street cat's still here. So there's a stray cat that lives in my neighborhood. And he kind of sleeps in my backyard or front yard. And I feed him, or like my family and we feed him daily. But yeah, I have a really soft spot for animals now. And like whenever, oh my god, birdies. Whenever I see like, you know, roadkill, it kind of makes me sad. And another fun fact. So there's this, there's two cats that live in the Fremont Amtrak station. So I don't know if you're familiar with that area. They live like underneath, so there's a restaurant in the Fremont Amtrak station, and they live underneath the restaurant. I'm actually gonna slow down, and we're gonna go in comfort mode. This road is terrible, or normal. Anyways, there are some cats that live under the Fremont Amtrak station, and I've been feeding them for about a week. I go twice a day, I feed them food, and you know, it makes me feel good. Like, okay, I'm helping out a innocent animal who can't, you know, speak. And I mean, I guess cats can fend for themselves, but you know, for the most part, cats are domesticated animals, from what I understand, so they're not really supposed to live in the wild. But anyways, yeah, I feed these two cats over there, and I've noticed whenever I go there, there's sometimes cans of food already. So I wonder if, you know, someone else feeds those cats as well. So I've been seeing those cats for about a year, so they've been thriving for a year, at least before I started to feed them. But yeah, anyways, I went off on a tangent. Yeah, the road quality has gone downhill, like, completely. It's terrible now. Alright, and then I think I go right here. Yeah. That's the one thing that I don't like about the Bay Area. I feel like our roads are just terrible. Like, okay, I've seen some clips of people in Southern California. I don't know what back road it is. I think it's Angel's Crest or Angeles Crest. I think that's the famous one. And the road quality there looks so much better than like the roads that we have here. Like, I think the only like good back road that has pretty good road quality is La Honda Road. And I think the only reason for that is because it's a highway. It's Highway 84. But yeah, I wish you had better roads. But yeah, what I've seen on like other people who do or record this sort of similar content as me, where they put a GoPro on their head and just do POV drives, like at least on that one road in Southern California. Again, I don't know if it's Angel's Crest. It's like this road that goes through like some desert mountains. Like, people push it like crazy. They're driving like 8 or 9 tenths, some of them even 10 tenths, because they're really pushing their cars. And I don't know if they're just lucky, but whenever I see those videos, like the roads are empty and it's like completely fine. I'm like, wow, what time do you guys go there? Because I feel like that's a famous road, unless like they're gatekeeping it. I don't know. I mean, yeah. So if I ever go down to LA, I would love to drive on that road, whatever that road is. I'd have to do some research on what it is. The one thing that I've noticed, and this is again just random anecdote, the one thing that I've noticed with the this 8-speed transmission in the RC, and I've seen it on other videos where people have reviewed Lexus cars with the 8-speed, it takes a while for the transmission to warm up. And I've actually noticed this, like, I don't know, I guess like watching those videos, it actually made me like actually realize and confirm, like, wait, yeah, like these reviewers actually have a point. The 8-speed is very, very sluggish for the first maybe 10 to 15 minutes after you turn on the car. Even if you drive, you know, normally, casually on street roads, the shifts are not smooth at all. It takes a while for it to warm up. But after that 15-minute time period, once I guess there's some temperature in the fluids, the 8-speed becomes a bit more snappy. And I know people have said like, oh, why don't you use your paddles in your videos? And I know I don't use my paddles that often, but like, at least on the highway, like when I use the paddles a bit, thank you. But yeah, at least when I use the paddles a bit, after they get some temperature in the transmission, the quicks are really snappy, and it feels a lot better than what it is like when you first turn on the car. So I guess that's just to say, don't push the car within, you know, the first 10 to 15 minutes. Let all your fluids get up to temp. think this road goes to Martinez, California. And in Martinez, California, there is I think John, I don't know if you guys know, John Muir's home. I think he's some like ecologist or like nature conservationist. He's kind of famous in the Bay, like Muir Woods, something named after him. I think his house is in Martinez. So I would like to end the video at his house. That'd be kind of cool. All right, this is now reminding me of Mount Hamilton Road, these twisties and narrow roads. There was actually a comment yesterday on the Mount Hamilton Road video where some guy's like, this is like the RC is the wrong car for that road. And I'm forgetting the guy's name, but whoever commented, you know, or made that comment, 100% agree. The RC is not meant for Mount Hamilton Road. You need a Miata for that road because the road itself is super narrow. Looking at the S2000 actually reminded me, I was actually looking at Miatas again, and I talked about this in my 2-year ownership review. And I was just kind of looking at them for fun. I'm like, oh yeah, let's see what's on the market. And if I were to get a Miata, I'd get the ND3, because I think the new screen and whatnot actually makes it a bit more, I don't know, modern and livable. But yeah, I would want to get an ND3 RF, not a soft top, because I want a little bit of you know, I want better NVH. Like, I want it to be a little bit quieter, and obviously it's a Miata, right? It's not going to be quiet, but from what I understand, the RF is quieter than the soft top with the roof up. The roof down, from what I understand, the soft top is louder than the RF because of wind buffeting. And I want the one with the tan interior, brown leather, and I haven't found an RF with the brown interior. And then I guess in terms of, so I guess I'm just being really picky if I want a Miata. And then I guess the other thing, I either want the red, the Soul Crystal red, or Aero Gray. I would love one of those two colors. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just looking for one. I just want to see what's out in the market, because and I noticed this last year because I was looking. Okay, I have this little, I guess, hobby, if you want to call it, where I look at cars for fun on Auto Trader, just every now and then. I just want to see, okay, what is the car market like? And I've been doing this for a while now, and I've noticed Miatas, dealers, at least the brand new ones, dealers send them or mark them down or sell them for under MSRP during the winter time. And I don't know why. I mean, I guess like logically it's because, you know, no one wants to buy a convertible in the winter time when it's raining. So I guess buying a Miata around the, you know, December, November is the best time to buy one, because they mark it down by $2,000-$3,000, and that's what I've noticed, at least right now. But yeah, anyways, I was looking for fun, and that would, I guess, kind of be my dream spec, getting the tan interior and either Aero Gray or Soul Red Crystal Metallic. I think that's what it's called, something like that. But yeah. And then the other thing that I would do, and so I don't think I've ever brought this up, the first ever car that I had was a Mitsubishi Lancer. First ever car out of high school. My parents bought me that car, I think when I was a senior in high school, when I first got my license. Yeah, that car, I really tinkered with it. Like, I actually did things on my own. Like, I de-chromed the grille and all the chrome pieces on that car by using Plasti-Dip. I know, Plasti-Dip is like a high school thing, but that's what I did. And I actually installed sound deadening throughout the car. So I think it was Dynamat or Kilomat. It's those thick, like, rubber sticky things that you can put in the trunk and door panels. It's mainly to help with audio, but from what I've seen in research, it also helps out with the NVH. So I actually installed that all throughout the Lancer. I took out the door panels, the what is it, the little, I guess the panel covers or the cloth covers in the trunk, and I installed Dynamat all over it, and it really made the car quieter. So that was the other thing I'm thinking. If I ever get a Miata, I'm gonna install Dynamat throughout the car, the doors, the trunk. I wouldn't pull out the floor, like the carpeting or headliner, and do it. I feel like that's a pain in the butt. But I think at a minimum, doors and trunk are super easy. And, you know, obviously, like, Miata purists are gonna be like, oh, but the weight, like, it's a sports car, lightweight sports car. But I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not tracking this. I'm not doing like time attack or time trials where I need like the lightest car and quickest time possible. again, I don't track. I just take my cars on back roads and drive it around town. So I want something that's a little bit more livable. So that's what I would do. But yeah, I'm just looking for fun. I'm not like, you know, certain I'm gonna buy a car right now. Just looking for fun. I just want to see what's out there in the market. But anyways, guys, we are, I think, approaching the Muir House, if I remember correctly. It's past this freeway, Highway 4. I'm curious. Let me see. I've never actually been here, so this will be unique. I think once I end the video, I'll actually check out this historic monument or site of California history. Well, let's see. Let's see how it is. But yeah, we are in the town of, I think, Martinez, I believe now. But yeah, I mean, that was Bear Creek Road. What are my thoughts? The beginning section from Orinda, it is like Skyline Boulevard. Not narrow roads, high speed. And then I guess, and I'm just trying to describe it as best as I can. And then once you're towards the middle of the road or towards the end, the road quality becomes terrible and it's narrower, and that reminds you of Mount Hamilton Road. So I guess you get the best of both worlds over there. All right, let's see, is there parking here? There is. Is it free? I don't really want to pay just to end the video. It looks like it's free. Alright guys, that was Bear Creek Road. I guess my rating, I would give it maybe 6 out of 10. I don't know, it's alright. Again, I say this in every video, S tier La Honda Road. If you're ever in the Bay and you're a car person, you like going on back roads, you need to check out La Honda Road. I do not care about Highway 9. Highway 9 I feel like is overrated and very busy. La Honda Road is a bit of a gem. And if you're ever in the Bay or you just like driving, I highly recommend checking it out. Best road in the Bay Area. But I will do a Highway 9 video, do not worry. Again, as I said before, I'll take a day off from work and I'll go early morning so it's not busy and I'll check it out. But I'm just not a big fan of Highway 9 from what I've seen. Anyways, that will wrap up the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.